Welcome back, and today I just have a small project. The window regulator in the truck went out, so this is a 2000 Dodge Dakota and I'm going to replace the window regulator. First thing I need to do is take the door panel off. There's two Phillips head screws at the bottom, a Phillips head up here at the top, and then two Torx screws, one right here under the door handle and one under the door release handle. There's the 5 screws, and the door panel just lifts straight up. Behind it there's a rod for the door release. Need to let that rod loose, and behind we'll have to take loose the switch, the wire and harness. Then release the wire and harness for the mirror switch. Now I'll just pull this plastic back to where I can get to the bolts and the regulator so I can get the regulator out. With the plastic peeled back, you can see the motor bolts for the window motor, the motor harness, and there's a couple of bolts for the regulator. So I'm going to take loose the wiring first, push that through. But first what I'm going to do is pull the glass down and remove the bolts to the glass so the regulator is free from the glass. With the glass all the way down, you can see there's a bolt here and there's access to a bolt here where you can loosen the glass, so that'll come out of the regulator. Now that I have the 2 bolts out of the glass, I need to raise the glass all the way back up and secure it so I can get the regulator out without damaging the glass. What I'm doing is just putting a piece of wood in here and lodging the glass up to where it'll stay. With the glass safely held up, now remove that bolt for the regulator, and then just loosen these 2 so the regulators slide out, and then remove that motor bolt and then loosen these 2 just so the motor can slide out as well. Everything's loose, so we'll just pull it out the hole here, as long as my stick's out of the way. This is the old regulator I just took out, and as you can see, the wire is loose because these plastic pieces are broken. I'm ready to install the new regulator and motor assembly. I'm just going to go through this hole in the door and get all my bolts lined up. have the 4 bolts for the regulator tighten, I have the 3 bolts for the motor tighten, and I also pulled the motor harness through. And we're just going to clip it in, and then there's a lock. Secure that lock, and now I can let my window down so I can put the bolts in my window and connect it to the regulator. Now that the window's tightened up, the regulator's tightened up, we can go ahead and put our plastic back up, put the door panel on, we'll be all done. Now remember, on this door panel, when you're putting it back on, it goes in and then it slides down. It's got hooks behind it. There's the finished product. Everything's working smoothly. Just need to get some glass cleaner, clean my handprints off the glass, and we're all done. Hope you learned something, and see you on the next one.